Good day to you one and all. It is I, Justin Hawkins, and this is Justin Hawkins Rides Again. This is not the episode that we were planning to do today. Today we're talking about Ozzy Osbourne after his death on Tuesday. So I'll do the theme tune and then we'll start celebrating this extraordinary individual and an amazing life. Justin Hawkins Rides Again. I have done a few bits about Ozzy and Black Sabbath recently because there was I think I talked about the War Pigs cover that Judas Priest did in tribute, and I was talking about Ozzy Osbourne's farewell show with Black Sabbath and the Mr. Crowley cover that had been just one of the many highlights to emerge from Villa Park on that day. My producer was lucky enough to be one of the 40,000 in the stadium and said that above all the acts paying tribute, including Metallica, Guns N' Roses, and Slayer, Ozzy singing War Pigs is something that she'll never, ever, ever forget. He was seated throughout, as one might expect, but his voice endured through songs including Crazy Train, Mama I'm Coming Home, and then later on Paranoid and Iron Man, and Ozzy was visibly moved by the crowd's reaction.
I don't know what to say, man. I've been laid up for like fucking 6 years. And it's so, you've got no idea how I feel.
And backstage, he was filmed speaking to performers, including Young Blood. I mean, I'll forgive him for that.
Yeah, man. Don't give in. No, man, never. It's gonna be fucking epic, man. Love you, Oz. Love you, man. I fucking love you, man.
Ozzy has obviously inspired generations of musicians, and many have been paying tribute today, including those who knew him the best. On X, Bill Ward said it would never be goodbye, and that his bandmate would always be in his heart. Tony Iommi said Black Sabbath had lost a brother. And Geezer Butler wrote, "Thanks for all these years, we had some great fun. 4 kids from Aston, who'd have thought, eh?" And who would have thought? I mean, John Michael Osbourne didn't have the best start in life. He was bullied at school, had probably not correctly diagnosed dyslexia, which made life difficult for him, so he left school at 15. He'd already been sexually abused by some older boys, ended up in prison for a while, and had all that against him. But with Sabbath, Ozzy Osbourne is credited as a pioneer, an innovator, and a founder of a whole genre, heavy metal. As the music critic Alexis Pertridis explains, Black Sabbath sounded like a product of their environment, a grim provincial industrial world, music that seemed as if it was lumbering angrily around with the kind of monstrous hangover that feels more like a nervous breakdown, suffused with dark thoughts, alienation, self-hatred, and paranoia. Awesome. They sound like my kind of guys. Or in Geezer Butler's words in 2017, "We wanted to put how we thought about the world at the time. We didn't want to write happy pop songs. We gave that industrial feeling to it." After releasing their self-titled debut album in 1970, which is a fucking amazing record, if you have it loud enough, if you dare have it loud enough, it will scare the shit out of you. Ozzy went on to record another 5 albums with Sabbath before being sacked in 1979 when his drink and drug addiction spiraled.
It was a very miserable separation for me. I mean, they fired me and all this kind. I'm not slagging them, but one of us had to go, and unfortunately enough, I mean, looking back, it was me.
That's a shame, but it was the beginning of a reinvention for Ozzy as a solo artist, starting with his 1980 album Blizzard of Oz, brilliant, and its wildly successful follow-up, Diary of a Madman. The Prince of Darkness had emerged. Riding alongside was his outrageously talented guitarist Randy Rhoads, fantastic player. I've talked about him a little bit recently as well. And antics that still make headlines, among them the infamous bat incident and an arrest for urinating on the Alamo cenotaph, which I'm sure was an innocent mistake. That's the sort of thing that can happen when you're dying to go and you just see... No, there's no excuse for that one. In a 2013 interview, Tommy Lee spoke about touring with Ozzy during the 80s and laughed all the way through.
This is on some other next level shit. Like, I'm not really ready to compete at this level. I'm cool.
The top comment encapsulated, I think, everything that Lee had described, saying, "Only Ozzy could make Motley Crue feel like well-behaved choir boys." There was probably a bit of one-upmanship going on, but that's not a game you can play with Ozzy Osbourne, evidently. There were, of course, genuinely dark episodes associated with Ozzy's addiction, including an arrest for the attempted murder of Sharon. And it's astonishing to me that the marriage survived, but because of that, a whole new generation were introduced to Ozzy with the arrival of the reality show, The Osbournes, in 2002.
Ozzy, there you go. Look. Tiny bubbles.
Bubbles! Oh, come on, Sharon. I'm fucking Ozzy Osbourne, the Prince of fucking Darkness. Evil, what's fucking evil? I've had a bottle of fucking bubbles then.
You could also say it's the arrival of the reality show format in general. I mean, I think that's the first one I became aware of, and obviously there were millions after that, which I suppose if people watch it, then they just make more of it, don't they? But I think it started off with the Osbournes. It gave people I mean, the reason why that thing was successful is because Ozzy was so funny, and a lot of the time laughing with or at, and I don't think it really mattered. I think. If I know Sharon Osbourne, I think they would have had exerted complete control over the things that they were using, and it really was a fun thing to watch, you know. Anyway, annual Ozfest tours only served to enhance his image as the godfather of metal. He was much loved, as the Villa Park tribute proved, and I think one scene from backstage shows how Ozzy never lost his sense of humour in spite of the physical challenges that he faced.
Kelly, you know I love you more than anything in the world.
Fuck up, you're not married my daughter.
There's a lot more to be said, a prolific catalogue of music to be explored, and you know I've had a couple of brush-ins with him over the years. I mean, he and I performed together at an ESPN. I think it's a sports channel or something. I didn't really pay attention to what it was, but it was a corporate. So obviously, he and I were we were there because of our shared love of sports, and all of this and the coverage of it. You know, I think it was. That's obviously something that's been close to my heart for years, and Ozzy's the same, and also the Fee. But yeah, so. He and Sharon were really, really nice to me, and Kelly and Jack were always nice to the Darkness as well. I think they're just a lovely family, to be honest. There was this one time I was supposed to interview Ozzy, I think, or Dan and I were supposed to interview Ozzy for Metal Hammer magazine. So it's going to be like the new generation, you know, interviewing the old guard, as it were. But I don't think Sharon and Ozzy knew who we were really at the time. So. The idea was that we were going to get picked up in a limousine that was blacked in, so we couldn't see where we were going. Thus, these two nerds from the Darkness wouldn't keep showing up, ringing the doorbell. Can Ozzy come out to play? No, that was not allowed. So yeah, blacked out limousine to the home of the Osbournes. In the end, we couldn't make it, but that would have been hilarious. Can you imagine being in a blacked in? I'd never even heard of it before. Anyway, brilliant idea. These are the kind of sort of pioneering ideas that the Osbournes were coming up with. And there was another time when we played at the Sweden Rock Festival. That wasn't too long ago, actually. It was only a few years ago. And because of Ozzy's status as not just godfather, but pioneer, founding father almost of heavy metal, and this was one of the biggest sort of rock and metal festivals in Europe, maybe even the world. Probably the world, actually. And the whole backstage area was just in lockdown. Nobody was allowed to leave their dressing rooms because Ozzy was arriving. Fair enough. And we're like, oh my God, Ozzy's arriving. This is going to be brilliant. Everyone trying to peek out, but he was late. So the whole festival ran late. Amazing. The power and the abuse of power. It's just so inspiring. I've always thought he was a lovely and hilarious individual. Great catalogue of music to be explored. Some seriously dark stuff on the early record. And amazing guitar playing and so on the solo stuff. So I have a lot of friends of Ozzy, and obviously I've encountered their family over the years. So my thoughts are with everybody that encountered Ozzy Osbourne. He was a legend, an unforgettable character, a pioneer, an amazing individual, a legend, a myth in some instances, and a hero. So farewell, Ozzy Osbourne, and lots of love to everybody that is experiencing this loss. Justin Hawkins Rides Again. Please use the comment section below to offer your own tributes to this great man. It's a sad day. I'll catch you cats on the ice. Nice one, guys. See you later.
Again.